Hello everyone. Deepali Ingle welcomes you on behalf of Saraswat International Academy, Ratavapi. In this first part, today we are going to learn a poem from class 10th, Dust of Snow by Robert Frost. Let's learn about the poet. Robert Frost was an American poet known for his realistic depiction of rural life and his command of American colloquial speech. Frost frequently wrote about settings from rural life in New England in the early 20th century. Frost received four Pulitzer Prizes of Poetry. He was awarded the Congressional Gold Medal in 1960. Dust of Snow. Let's recite the poem. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. By Robert Frost. The poem Dust of Snow by Robert Frost says that the little things in life can make huge changes in our future. It also shows that if we can take the hard times in life in stride, eventually something will happen to change our situation into happier times. The Dust of Snow is a simple and short poem, yet with a deeper and larger meaning. So let's move on to the first stanza. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. Here, shook is a past tense of the word shake, and hemlock tree is a poisonous tree with a small white flowers. The poet was supposed to be in a bad mood. He was upset and sitting under the hemlock tree, a tree which has white flowers and is known for its poisonous effect. As he passes by, the crow was sitting on a tree, shakes the tree, and fine particles of snow from the tree falls on poet. Here, two agents of nature. Which two agents are here? The hemlock tree and the crow are signifiers of sadness and gloom, just like the poet's mood was in the opening scene of his opening scene. And the snow here, and the snow is here represents the nature here. Now, let's move on to the second stanza. Has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I have rued. For unknown reason, the poet was having a terrible negative day, but the falling of snow on his head lifted his mood instantly. He had already spent his day in a bad mood, but the rest of it was saved. And who saved it? By the crow and the hemlock tree. Generally, students, hemlock tree and screw are used for negative references, but the poet used them beautifully to portray that inauspicious things can bring joy and happiness too, and suddenly changed his mood. He started feeling refreshed. One must not take the things for granted and should be open and accept whichever way the nature chooses and bless us. In this way, a simple moment proves to be very significant and saves rest of the day of a poet from being wasted and held in regret. Now he became happy. The poet became happy and decided that he used the day in a good manner. The short poem by Robert Frost throws the light upon the unimaginable healing power of nature and tiny things. The poet was experiencing a bad day, as we knew that. When a crow's movement near a hemlock tree dusted snow upon him, the snow instantly makes him happier. A simple incident helped him lifting his mood to make him feel happy and relaxed. He is happy that the remaining part of his day will pass happily. The poet tried to highlight through these objects of nature that sometimes creature, creatures linked with negative aspects of life can be the bringer of change and happiness. I hope you understand. Now, a small incident can change your life, change your day, and change your perspective. Just as how the snowflakes flow on him and changed his mood completely, and thus he was able to save the day. The poem expresses the main theme, like the theme of the poem is the poem expresses the significance of small things in changing one's attitude. The poet appreciates the beauty of the snowflakes, which changed his mood and saved many precious moments from being wasted away. Let's look at the poetic devices used in this poem. There are two devices. Uh, One is rhyme scheme and another is alliteration. So let's look at the rhyme scheme. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. So we have to look at the rhyming words at the end of each line. The word crow uh, with rhymes with the word snow. So that you can there which two rhyming words here you can see, children? Crow and snow. You can write a letter A for both of them. For the second line, the word me rhymes with the word tree, so that you can write a word B for them. You can identify the rhyme scheme of the poem as AB AB. Now, the poetic device is alliteration. Alliteration is nothing but but the repetition of similar sound. Has given my heart and saved some part. Has, here the word is has, and heart. So her sound is repeated in the first line, and saved some part. Saved and some word is there, and sir sound is repeated in the second line. So you have two examples of alliteration. So students, which two poetic devices you have learnt in this poem? That is rhyme scheme and alliteration. First one is rhyme scheme and alliteration. In the second part, we will learn a poem, Fire and Ice. Thank you. With this, we have completed our poem.